Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Judy Allen here, known as Nana, San Antonio, Texas. Today, we're going to build from the inside of the card first, and then we'll go to the outside. So we're going to do something different, but it's going to be very fun, and it's going to be a Mother's Day card. Mother's Day is the second Sunday in May. So mark your calendar. It's a good time to start now versus waiting till the last minute. So let's go down the hands and let's get started. Because Mother's Day isn't just about your mother. I just got through going to an assisted living facility, and they said, I don't have a mother. Well, we'll talk about that. So, we are going to use this here, and this is a card, and actually I cut it right there where it opened, and I sized it down to a 4 by 5 1/4. So if you want to know, I sized it down to a 4 by 5 1/4. Alright, and I did that on both of these. Alright, I did it on both the front and the back of the card, and I'm going to cut it in half. And the reason for that is, we're going to use cardstock that coordinates with this kit. I give this out to all my customers, my paper pumpkin customers. Whoop, whoop. So, we're going to use both pieces, but we're going to start with the inside of the card first. You may think this is a little different, and it is. And so what we're going to do here is, we had leftovers from last week, and so I put it on this side right here. And we're going to put this right here on this side here. And I'm going to put it down. I was inspired by something somebody else did. And it's going to be similar but different. Similar but different. Because we're just going to adhere all of our stuff down. And we're going to stamp and do some creating here. So we're going to put this on the side here. And we could have just easily put it over here as well too, but I put it on this side here. And we're going to put a pot here, but first I'm going to stamp this side over here. And on this side over here, because I'm making a Mother's Day card, there's plenty of moms, right? It's not just about whether it's my mother, or it could be your grandmother, it could be a friend's mother, it could be your daughter-in-law. So there's many, many options. So what I'm going to do with this here is I'm going to take this pot here. And this is what I have left over from my kit, all right? I don't have much of anything else left over from this. And I'm just going to put this right here on the left. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. So I was going to put this, so I went and teed up some stamps here. So I'm going to put it to a wonderful mother. And then I'm going to take it off and we're going to stamp right underneath it as well. Okay? So we're going to blend messages so it looks like it is a complete. Alright, so I'm going to put here to a wonderful mother, and I'm going to leave room to sign it, right? And you know what, I have friends that are mothers too, so when people say, well, I don't have my mother anymore, she passed away, and I got that at assisted living, we were making cards, but it was like, well, don't you have a daughter-in-law? Don't you have a friend maybe that has a daughter, as a mother? So they're just various ways, right? So the other one that I'm going to stamp right on here and put underneath here is to a wonderful mother, and then underneath it, I'm just swapping out stamps, is all I'm doing. Yes, if you're out there, please be sure to say hello. This one says, sending all our love. So actually at the assisted living, some people says, well, I want it from me, I don't want it to say all our love. So, we just changed the sentiment, right? And got something else. So I'm just going to do this right here. It's got to a wonderful mother, and I'm going to put sending all our love. Now, see, I think it would have been cute to come over and stamp right in here as well, too. But I'm not. But I'll almost try to do that on the next card that I make. But it won't be today. Alright? So we're going to keep it as short and simple as we can. And then from here, I can easily come and add this and make it look like I've added flowers here. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to clip it just where it looks like it's there, and it'll fit right there at the base. And I'm just going to put it right here. Okay? Look how easy that goes. And I didn't put any right there at the exact top. I just left a little bit of space, and that was it. But as a result now, I can either use a glue dot, which is in the kit. So let me get that, because I didn't plan on using glue dots, but I still have a few. See, I have plenty left over. But the nice thing about the glue dot is I can just put this like on a leaf, or right here, behind this leaf here at the base, on both of these. And what'll happen is the rest of it will look fluffy, right? I give it a whole 3D effect there. So we're just going to put that there. Yes, I have to clean up my mess later. So remember, this is 4 by 5 1/4 that I cut these down to. So this one I had just enough, a little bit of space I left when I sat there and put this down, that I could put this right here. And it can easily trail right here to the side. Or you can do it up and down, okay? So that is one side. Alright, so we put this down. So now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to create. I took this here, and I took the color, and I'll do a little bit more so you can see. We used a sponge. There are other tools I could have just easily used. I just lightly came across it. I really wanted to catch this embossing they have on here. So get the little, so you can see the ridges better. And then I'm just going to put this right here. And then we're going to sit up here. And I am going to use the glue dots because I'm going to tuck some greenery in here, right? Take advantage of all the greenery that's in this kit. Beautiful greenery. And we're going to just pretend like we're doing flower arranging at home, except we're doing it on the inside of the card. So for me, this would be a nice surprise unless they're watching the live or a video replay, unless they watch the replay. So if you watch the replay, let us know that too, right? Because we'll put your name in the drawing when we do the freebie stuff at the end of the month. So it doesn't matter if you watch live or you did a replay or if you watch on YouTube. We will still sit there and put you in the drawing. So, but you have to let us know, right? Because we won't know unless you make a comment, emoji, or something. So you have to at least let us know that. And I use the big pot because this is a big square. And all I'm going to do is take this right here. And we started this last week, and I just trimmed it, right? So, and we have a piece here. You'll see in a minute that I trimmed from last week as well. And you can trim it wherever you want. I actually trimmed mine down partially on the stem, and I could have gone further. Let's see if I can cut. There we go. And all we're doing is we're going to build it right here on the inside, right? Because these are just pretty. Let's see if we can go on some of this greenery here too. So, yeah, so it's just a matter of building, right? And I like this one because you can do it either way. So I'm just going to trim this one down as well. Right? Because I got a shelf, and I don't mind it going above the shelf. And I'll use these leftovers for something else. And so I'm just building it right now, and then we'll put the glue dots on it. But what's nice about this, right, is that it's so easy to sit there. You can let it cross over a little bit if you want to go as far as you want because of the fact the way we've done it. And I'll just trim some of this here too. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's however you want to do it, right? We're building for someone special. And if you don't have anybody in mind at the moment, it's okay. If you need me to give you some names of some people that I know would love to receive a card on Mother's Day, let me know and I will get you connected so you can get that card away, right? So all I'm going to do is put glue dots on the bottom of these and tuck it in, and we're done. Now I'm going to most try sticking maybe a little fern. I might do the fern instead of this because I'm not sure if I really like this one set of flowers right here. But if you're out there, you can let me know because I know I'm going to build some more. And I got refill kits before they sold out, so I can build some more. So you should be able to, if you're a mother and you would like me to send you a Mother's Day card, just let me know and I'll send you one. If you're not a mother, but you have a mother or somebody you want to give one to, I can do that too. All right? But really and truly, ideally, you would make it yourself, right? But that's all right. I'll help you out. If you need help out, I'll help you out. It's always good to thank mothers out there. I got to thank my mothers that provided me beautiful grandchildren and special peeps. So yeah, I'm see here, we're just texturing, and I think I'm just gonna, nope, I'll stick with my flowers then. I don't know if this is a flower, but anyway, we're gonna put this in here. And it's just done, right? So all this is left for me to do on this is to just sign the card and send it. It's from the inside perspective, okay? So we still got to go out and build the outside. So don't go anywhere because we still got to do that. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. And let's see. I'm not really liking that too much, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I can come tuck this in here. Let me just tuck that in there. So yes, if you've ever done flower arranging, it's sort of the same concept, right? Except we're just doing it on a card. It's like fill in those gaps. If you don't like it, just tuck another flower in there, right? Okay, there we go. Alright, I like that a lot better. Alright, so if you wanted some gold on here, I had actually pulled out some gold. And actually, this, I saved it, right? Because looky here. If you wanted to put some gold trim on here, this would be very easy to do. At this point, I'd have to get another pot and trim that out, which I don't think I had enough pots left for all that. But let's just trim this off so I can give you an idea of how that would look. And I don't think I can freehand it at the moment. But let's see here. But I just want to give you the idea, right? When we create, it's all about inspiring you. So I'd have to make it a little bit wider. But to sit there and put a gold trim on this would be nice. It's a little late for me to do this and I don't have another pot to do it. But you could do that, right? We have leftover pieces here. The other thing that we could easily do too is do strips if you want to do strips down. Okay? So I'm just putting there, but I just want to show you there's other things that you can do. So we are done with the inside of the card, right? So we're just making it very beautiful for when whoever opens this sees this. So this is the other one that I was telling you about that I saved. Alright, so this is going to be on the outside of the card. And this was from the kit. I just sort of, I sliced and diced a card. So I got some, we're going to use leftover pieces, but what I'm going to do right now is we're going to sort of take this off to the side, and we're actually going to do some stamping on here. And it's just going to be background stamping because we're going to add some more decoration to it. But this is just a nice way to use your stamps. Sometimes people are not sure how to use your stamps. It's like use them. Just use them any way you want to use them. So I am just going to come around here and I'm just going to stamp. And then I'm going to stamp off. Okay, so it just gives it another color. And sometimes I really like my stamped off version. You want to do it differently, right? You don't want it to look like it's all going one direction. So many times it's not uncommon that I actually like my stamped off version of color better than I do my regular color. So yeah, just have you some paper underneath, right? And just keep stamping. I'm just going to stamp this whole page because I'm not really sure how I'm going to land when I do my card, how it's going to lay out. I know what I'm doing. You don't. But I'm not sure how these are all going to play into place. So let's see how that's going to look for us, okay? So watch here. I'm going to take this here, right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here. This is left over from last week. And there we go. We're going to do this right here. And just see how that just gives it a nice background right here with using the stamps in here. We could have done the greenery as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down because I'm not doing any more stamping. That was all the stamping I was doing. I just wanted to get some color because it's really going to look nice. Because we're going to tuck in some stuff here. As well as putting a Happy Mother's Day on here. So all we're doing is building it, right? And see, this doesn't take that long to make. It doesn't take that long to make. All we did is use leftover pieces from previous weeks. This is cardstock, right? Cardstock. And then this, like I said, is leftover piece from last week. I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, and we're going to put it down with adhesive. Now, one thing I don't know if I mentioned a while ago is sister-in-laws, right? We have sister-in-laws that are moms too that can get a Mother's Day card from you, as well as, like I said, friends. It could be your mother. It could be a daughter or daughter-in-law who's a mother, right? Anybody who's a mother. I mean, I could even, for the people at the assisted living I was at for class the other day, I could easily give those people that had daughters a Mother's Day card too, right? Just to make their day. So I'm going to take this Happy, and we're going to put that Happy where those letters just rise right there. I could do it diagonally, but I'm not. And we're just going to use some glue dots. We'll get this down, and we'll get the Happy Mother's Day down, and we'll see right where we want to put some greenery. And see, that's the one nice thing is just by in different spots putting some glue dots. It'll hold it down, but the tip is, let me give you your tip. Tip is if I sit there and do it loosely like this, it'll stay secure, but the tip is that it will allow me to sit up there and stuff the greenery in there, right? Or the flowers or anything else I want to. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this right up here. And then we're going to do stamp Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And that's just how easy it is to make. Now, if my daughter happens to watch this, she cannot copy this. She can case it all she wants, but she has to give the card to somebody else. She has to make her own card for me. So just putting it out there for you. Keeping it real for you. You can't case this to turn around and give to me. You can case it to give somebody else, but you have to create your own Mother's Day card for me. So yeah. Alright, so I am just going to put this right here. Now let's see how that greenery is going to look. I don't know if the green on green is going to look as nice as I would like it, but I could easily put this greenery right here, which is right. These are some leftover pieces we still have. We could easily put it down here, over here, and cut this down a little bit. That's a little tall. So let's see what the other one looks like. Okay, now see, I could live with that because you're not messing up my happy Mother's Day, right? So I'm going to put a glue dot here, and we'll see if we want any else. And we'll see how the gold looks on the above. So see, the thing is that with so much greenery, right? So this is going to go to someone special. Everybody has sent something too special, right? Everything we send to somebody is special. We wouldn't sit there and make it and send it if it wasn't special, right? So there. I don't know why I said that. I guess it just sometimes comes out that way. Alright, so I'm just going to... It's Friday, right? It's the weekend. It's time to have fun. Alright, so I'm just going to put mine up here. It's going to go right across there. I'm going to do it with dimensionals. This kit came with dimensionals, and we're going to use them. We are going to use them. So I'm just going to put one here. And it's okay, because even if it goes across the green there that I put on, it's still going to have the 3D fluff effect there, because I'm not gluing it all down, right? Get the little stuff off of here. You know, and the thing is I can add another color. So I really like those little dots. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I'm just going to be right there. So the reason why I say the little dots is because if you look here, if you can see it, if not, I'm going to show you. When you stamp this, I think I'd want another color though. So when you use this right here, it does that. So you can put those on the pots. So I could have, if I had wanted to, I could have actually stamped those dots right there. I'm not sure how they would have looked going across those ridges. Might have looked just fine. Let's see. Let's just see. We didn't plan it this way, but we're going to do it this way. How about that? I'll tell you the other thing that would look good in this is maybe a nice chocolate brown. Maybe the purple we see in here, which I do have other ink spots left over from previous ones. There you go. So that's what it does. So for me, that was just an easy thing. Even if you wanted to come in here and just give some color or texture, you could. You could get some color and texture here. You could give, in fact, I'll just give some texture over here, right? Because it's your card. You can create it any way you want. And it's fun. It's fun for me not to make them all the same, right? I enjoy making them different. So usually you won't get the exact same card, all right? Just because I don't have to. But what I can do here is the same thing. It just gives it a nice little touch. I'm just going to do that all the way across because I can. And then I'm going to add some more greenery at the top. But it's going to do the one with the sparkly kind, right? And I'm going to go ahead and do this here. You won't really see the on the purple because it's darker than that, right? But look, I just go all the way across. So I'll do it. And I'm going to do the same at the top too. So yes, whoever gets this, yes, I love you. Because I am spending time making this card for you. With love. Boop, boop. And see, I didn't have to stamp the whole thing. You just stamp what you need, and there you go. Now, I could go down the sides if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So the only other thing I wanted to see about tucking in here to finish this up was possibly tucking in some greenery here, just to add to it. That one I'm not going to like there, so let's try this one. Okay, now see, I don't mind this one, so it can come behind here, and I'm fine with this. See here, we can easily tuck that behind there. and just add a little greenery. And we can actually tuck some down here too. So again, I'm just going to use the glue dot, right? And we'll just put it down on this one here. Somebody's there. I can't see who you are at the moment to say hi, but hello. Hello, hello. Hoping you're going to have a very fun weekend. For us, it's supposed to get in the 90s. So we'll find something to do if that's fun in 90-degree weather. And we're just going to tuck it right here. I'm just going to tuck it. So it doesn't have to be perfectly anywhere. I'm just trying to add some greenery, right? With a gold, because it's got gold on it, right? It's gold and sparkly, and to me, Mother's Day is a great time to do that. And I don't want to waste this, right? All this stuff is going to be used. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this down here too. And again, I'm just going to use some glue dots in a few spots. So it still has it. But see, it picks up that pink because the polished pink, which is the color this month, I got glue dots all over me. The polished pink this month is what you're seeing on this greenery here. And yes, if you sit there and subscribe to Paper Pumpkin with me as your demonstrator, I send you the cardstock. And I'm just going to add this down here to the bottom, alright? Now I'm just going to have it come tuck right here so it looks like it's hidden. And it sort of is, right? And I'll put those glue dots down. I'll almost probably put down one more. So we're just picking up all the colors. We're letting it have the same 3D effect. Okay, it's always good to let it just cross over like that. And so it'll stay in place, right? So we just have a lot of color. Mother's Day. This kit did not come with bling. That's alright. I have plenty of bling that I'm going to add some to it. And then when we open the card, here we go. To a wonderful mother, sending all our love. And there you go. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Because that's just very easy to do, right? I just used leftover materials I had from the kit. And we created from the inside today. And then we went to the outside. So there you go. So we still have a few more things left that we can use for next week. Not a whole lot, so we'll have to see what we come up with, alright? So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to share with others. We'd appreciate that, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. You know, it always helps when you have to share. And you know, it's all about going out there creating, sharing, and giving. So don't forget, now's the time to make your Mother's Day card, alright? So you're ready to get it mailed out. So with that, be blessed. We look forward to seeing you next week on Teach Me Nana. Bye.